up with the Denver Broncos.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Takes this about 5 yards deep. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Block now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down Broncos as Locke finds Jeudy. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Brandon McManus.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go play action with Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Rip right, rip right. 40's the Mike.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check. No spacing. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd down, here's Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The tackle made.
He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
He was brought down by Bud Dupree. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers nothing.
2nd and 8 coming up. And he fires one incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Denver.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the 1st round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Locke looks to throw it again. He completes this to Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Cortland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Cortland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
11 yards there, 1st down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gordon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock there, Expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. To try again after the sack. Lock. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, Samuels. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended to... Target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
12 and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw again on 2nd down. Block. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. The gun. Lock. Got a man. It's Judy complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A gain of 12. First down, Denver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Denver.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the second half with a run by Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 46 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
Roethlisberger's pass.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
We got 3. We got alert. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Steelers.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
13-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Rip left. Rip left. Watch the safety creep. Ding.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's third down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, Locke. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Locke. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. Pass incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Come on, dude.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
Check. Check hot, 49, check 49.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. Get in the way.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I know from talking with scouts, one of the biggest question marks people had about Chase Claypool coming out what they call his long speed. Just how fast was he in the 40-yard dash? He showed that he's plenty fast enough, coupled with a 6'4" body and a physical, strong stature. He's got a chance to be a star in this league.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. This is Gordon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Bronco ball.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Block working out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Locke Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Lock. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Complete to
Jerry Jeudy with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Lining up for the
we see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Show that best release and go. Take 2 of them. Middle.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All day. Mike 40. Here we go. Mike 40. Knock it in. Easy. Check. 40's mine. 40's mine.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Yeah, check it, Mike. These 2.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man. It's caught. for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. On the counter, here's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I don't care what you is. They can't get none of this.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Down.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Lock. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
Complete to Melvin Gordon.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
And 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll actually throw it with Lock. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Lindsey here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A gain of
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Broncos.